Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly reading and it's for July and it's for Aquarius. And I'm going to be using my very cute Vanessa Tarot deck, which comes in this little tin. It's so cute. I love the tin. and so I'm going to be using that deck, and I'm also going to be pulling a card from the Soul Coaching Oracle cards because I feel like we just need some healing energy in our readings because so much is going on in the world, so much is going on in our lives, and I really love to use that deck to kind of lift the readings up and make it just feel more loving and positive. So I I'm gonna be starting off with your finances, moving on to your love life, then your spiritual life. So let's see what shows up for you, Aquarius. Your first card for finances in July is the Emperor with the King of Coins, with the King of Swords. Oh, you are an authority unto yourself this month, Aquarius, because you have leadership written in all of these cards because you have the Emperor and two Kings. So you don't get more powerful than that. So I kind of feel that again, this is for you to play a very strong leadership role in your finances. Like I feel like you're the one taking control of your situation. You're the one calling the shots. And I think that you're gonna feel very comfortable in this position because it's almost like you're not in a position of dependence. You're in a position of feeling very strong in your own independence and creating opportunities for yourself, creating work, generating maybe clients if you own your own business. And so like this is like to me this the level of boss or the level of a business owner. And so what I would say for you is this is a very nice energy for you to really be at the forefront of your endeavors. And with the King of Coins in the middle, I feel like for you, financial situations might be going pretty well, or you might be having a firmer grasp on your finances in the month of July. And it's almost like you know how to strategize, you know how to use your knowledge and your understanding to really generate money and to really like if there was any challenges or difficulties that arise, you'll be able to find the solution, or you would know who to go to provide that solution for you. The Emperor to me is um like almost like the way you see this woman here, like, and she's in the microphone and she's talking. So it could be a case of you're the one maybe being vocal um to others in some kind of way. Like I kind of even get this feeling which is kind of different. I get this feeling of almost being like a teacher, an advisor, someone that is giving advice, and I think you're going to be in that predicament. So I kind of get the feeling that other people are going to be interested in what you have to say. Maybe you're going to be doing some kind of seminars or speeches or something along those lines, and I think that if you are, you'll be very successful in doing that. I'm also drawn to this eagle at the back with the crown. You know, the eagle is a bird that is, you know, very proud and represents authority, you know. So that's kind of what I see for you, really being a very strong authority figure in within yourself to other people, or other people are looking at you in that kind of way. And so even if you are an employee, I think that you might find that in the month of July you're given a lot more responsibilities, or maybe that the people that you work for really believe in you. They really believe that you're very profitable with your ideas, and you have a very revolutionary or very innovative way of thinking in terms of your ideas, and you really do because you're an Aquarius. You know, you guys are definitely ones to sort of think out the box and thinking in a way that is very forward thinking, like futuristic kind of way. And I think all of that will prove itself to be very beneficial for you in the month of July. So, yes, that's what I get for you. And it's sort of interesting how there's a lot of masculine energy as well with all those kings and the emperor, very strong masculine energy. So this is a very action orientated energy. This is a very get up and go kind of energy. So I feel like you this is a time where you can get a lot done in terms of work. And I kind of get, for some of you guys, work might be the center point, or the most important thing on your mind this month. So yes. Uh okay, let's go to those of you that are single. Let's see what shows up for you single Aquarius. So let's see. You have the Devil card, Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups. So with the devil showing up, and I love this interpretation of the devil because they look so naughty. And so I feel like you might be naughty with somebody else. How now, Aquarius? I don't know if some of you have people that, like, you just kind of sleep with, like maybe they're friends with benefits. I don't know. It could be. If you are in a situation where you're like friends with benefits kind of situation, then this card will definitely represent that kind of relationship, or a person that you enjoy being intimate with. Um, the devil again has this naughtiness about it, so sometimes it can represent an affair. It can represent some kind of lustful situation going on. But then at the same time, it's like the Ace of Swords is saying that some kind of news is coming to you, or some kind of clarity is going to be showing up for you. I kind of get this impression with the Seven of Cups that, in some cases, for some of you guys, it could be actually finding out that somebody that you've been intimate with is being intimate with somebody else, because this can be a card that represents plenty of different options as well. And this is also a card where everything isn't always what they seem, and the devil represents that same kind of energy where sometimes things aren't very clear, where sometimes things aren't always very truthful. And the Ace of Swords is saying something is going to become clear, and a truth is going to be spoken about this situation. So I kind of feel like if you are technically single but maybe involved with someone sexually, or if there is, or even if you have just this really strong desire for a certain person, like you just think that they're just very sexy and just gorgeous and all this kind of stuff, but maybe you're not even involved with this person, it's kind of telling you that you're going to come to some kind of knowledge or realization. Somebody's going to tell you something about them, and the something that they're going to tell you, I think, may actually change your perspective on this person, because you're probably going to see that they're even not as squeaky clean in terms of their image as they may seem. Or I feel like you're just gonna find out something about them that just isn't very pleasant. Also, the devil card can represent addictions as well, so I don't know if you're gonna find out that this person has a problem with addictions or something like that too. It can work out that way. I kind of feel like it can represent two things. Either it can be representing, you find out that this person has some kind of addiction or some kind of maybe weird fetish or something like that, or you find out that this person may be seeing a number of different people or speaking to a number of different people and acting like they like all of these people kind of situation. So yeah, that's kind of what I see it. But either way, that's not bad, because it's showing up for if you're single, so it's good. So it's like you're not really attached to this person, so that's better than if you was in a relationship with them. So at least you're finding out pretty early. If there but that speaks to if there is somebody that shows up in July that you are interested in. um yeah. So let's see, for those of you that are in relationships. If you're in a relationship, your first card is the Wheel of Fortune with the Magician, with the Strength card. Oh, you got all major arcana cards. So this is about fate and destiny and the universe playing its hand in your love life. And I think the universe is playing its hand in a very strong way with these court cards, because these are like these not court cards, these major arcana cards, because they're very big cards, very bold message in the card. And it's like the Wheel of Fortune is saying everything is changing in terms of your love life. And I think that you're the one bringing on the change with the Magician, or maybe your partner is, but somebody is sort of controlling the situation and maneuvering the situation. And so it's kind of saying that um yeah, you have the choice. It's almost like, it's so weird because on the one hand, major arcana cards can represent that which is outside of our choice, that which is the universal energy, which is the Wheel of Fortune kind of energy. But the Magician kind of has an aspect to it where it's down to yourself, it's down to your own skill, your own abilities, your own way of maneuvering things. And the Magician almost like knows how to maneuver those universal energies. So it's like it's almost like the Magician is able to master those energies and change it in a way that it wants to go. So what I would say at this time is that it is saying that either you or your partner, or even both of you together, have a very powerful influence in terms of the way this relationship is going. So whether this relationship is going in a good way, it's saying obviously that is coming from both of you together, like your input into the relationship. But at the same time, if the relationship is going through a difficult patch, it's saying that, well, that's to do with you also. So the only way you can really work through any kind of issues is to go within yourself, because the Magician is also a card about self mastery as well. And a lot of the time we cannot go beyond our issues if we haven't reached a point of where we understand ourselves fully, because the Strength card usually shows up where there are difficult circumstances that you may be going through, and maybe you've had to be strong to deal with those situations or circumstances. Maybe that's why you have the Magician here, because the Magician might be the one to try and fix the situation or make the situation better, try to take control of the situation in order to get through the tough and difficult challenges of a relationship. But another thing I would say is try not to use trickery, because the Magician can also be one that can be a bit of a trickster to other people, because he has the intellect. So it almost can be sometimes a person trying to either use mind games on somebody else as well. These mind games could be because of a difficult relationship situation that is taking place. The Strength card to me also speaks about having compassion for your partner. So and your partner having compassion for you, and understanding the differences that you have, not expecting your partner to have all the same interests as you or be exactly like you. Sometimes we, can put too much pressure on the people that we're with, because we feel like, oh, they should do this, or they should be like that, or they should change in this way. But then that can also be said for you too. And again, I think with the Magician being in the middle, the more we kind of understand our own shortcomings and our own issues, is the more compassionate we can be towards other people when they're going through their issues and problems as well. So I kind of feel like that's the message that I get for you in terms of um your relationship cards. And because it is again a major arcana, it's saying that this is a big lesson for you to learn. I think that this month, the lesson for you to learn in your relationships, Aquarius, is that even though you may be a very independent kind of person, you have to learn to almost be able to be in a partnership where you are compassionate towards somebody else. So it's almost like your cards are saying it's not kind of all about you, or being your independence away from your partner. It's about how are you able to be in this partnership, and how, what can you add, or what can you bring to this to make it even better in that way, or to show more compassion, more love, affection, all that kind of stuff as well. And let's see what shows up for you in terms of your spiritual cards. Okay, the spiritual cards, Aquarius, is the Four of Wands, the Death card with the Lovers. So that's interesting, and especially following the relationship cards, because the Four of Wands traditionally is a card that represents family. Obviously, the Death card can represent an ending, and the Lovers card can represent a relationship. So, on the surface of things, it could represent in some ways a relationship ending, or something, or something in connection with your relationships ending. But what I really do see, that's not the message I really do see. That's just the almost like the surface level message of like what the traditional meanings of these cards are. But what I kind of get more intuitively is that these cards are almost trying to tell a story with those other cards that showed up for you. So I feel like it's almost in some ways continuing to talk about your relationships. And so what I feel is that regardless of whether you are single or in a relationship, you can be a relationship with any and everyone, because we have friendships, we have families, we have co-workers, we have all different people that we have to interact with all the time, and that we establish relationships with. And so there's something this month that you really have to learn in terms of relationships as a whole. I think almost like it's trying to tell you almost that you have to almost learn to be a team player. I think in some kind of way, some event is going to happen in your life that is going to almost let you see how important it is to be a part of a team, as well as being independent. So that could be as well. I also feel that if you are in a relationship as well, I'm sorry to always be going back to relationship people, but I always go with just what I feel and what wants to come up, and that's kind of what I'm feeling is coming up right now. Is that if you are in a relationship, is telling you that there you have to let go of what is old. You have to let go of anything that was negative, that's been affecting your relationship, that is old, and that has to do with your own past issues or your partner's past issues. You have to kind of let that situation die, because it's been going on for too long. It's almost like it's saying that you might have childhood issues that is affecting your relationship situation. And if you're single, I feel like again that message applies to you too. Like you might have a pattern in your previous relationships that has something to do with something that happened to you a very long time ago. And so it could be that like maybe you have trust issues because of a childhood situation, or your parents weren't there for you, or because a partner cheated on you, like something like that. If you have any belief like that that has led you to be quite jaded towards relationships, or that has stopped you from really giving yourself fully into a relationship, it's kind of telling you that you need to kind of work on that situation of trust and allowing. And I think that that's what spirit is wanting you to learn at this time in these cards, because the Four of Wands is almost like a card that is about union, partnership, love, family, connections, bonds, and having really nice times with other people. And the Death card is kind of saying that some situations for some of you guys may have ended, like maybe the joy and the love or the connection or the bond or the good time for some reason has come to an end. But then it's kind of saying that you have to get back the love in your life. You have to get back that love, that connection with other people that are around you. So this could even be if there's somebody in your life that you had a falling out with, that you were very close to. It's saying that it's a good time to try and work that relationship out, especially if you've been missing them and missing the good times that the two of you had. I feel like you need to reach back out to this person to kind of rebuild things um in that sense as well. And I think because it's showing up in your spiritual cards, this is saying that this is an important lesson for you to learn at this time. So the lesson could also be forgiveness as well, but there's something in terms of your love connections with others that is really important for you. So let's see what Soul Coaching Oracle card is going to show up for you, Aquarius. wisdom. I like that one for you. And it says, like I've been telling all the other signs, these cards are really great in terms of affirmations. That's the way I use these cards in personal readings. I've had this deck for years now, and this is a deck that I go to very often when I do personal readings, and I always use this, like, whatever message is at the bottom as an affirmation for that person. And so for you, I would say this would be your affirmation for the month of July, and it says, all I truly need is within me. And so this is talking about your own wisdom, your own abilities to move forward. And so I feel like, because we was getting a lot of messages in terms of partnerships, trusting other people around you, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes sometimes the root of an issue isn't identifiable to us, like, because we're caught up in the problem, like we're caught up in the result of an issue that has taken place or been within us for a very long time. And sometimes we don't know where this issue started, what was the root cause, where it came from. And so what I kind of feel like, for some of you guys, it can be a sense of insecurity, feeling that you're not good enough, feeling that, you have to keep on working on yourself. um Maybe that's something, maybe you have to trust in yourself a little bit more as well in order to trust other people. And so I kind of feel like there's something in this card that is almost trying to tell you that you are fine the way you are, you're whole the way you are at the same time. And so it's like, use whatever understanding that you have and take it on board. To be honest, I kind of get this feeling that there's things that there's wisdom, there's understanding that you have, but are you living your truth? Like, are you, what's the right way of saying it? Sometimes we can know something, but we don't do it. Sometimes we can know, oh, do you know what? It's not good that I'm this way, or it's not really good that I do this kind of thing, but then we still do it anyway. And so it's kind of saying that you're very intellectual. You're an Aquarius. You're smart. So, it's kind of telling you, use your knowledge to your benefit. Use it in a way that helps you and not hinders you. If, like, for instance, okay, if I did this, like, maybe I'll get on better with other people. Or if I did this, like, maybe it would help me in this and that kind of way. It's almost like saying, don't be stubborn. Don't be set in your ways if something hasn't really been working for you previously. Because something within this, like, I'm really focused on how this woman is moving forward. So for some of you, in some kind of way, you may not be moving forward because you're not using this wisdom, you're not tapping into it as you should. So it's almost like saying, take what you know and run with it. Let it help you, in your endeavors. Let it benefit you. So peace and many blessings to you, Aquarius. I'll be seeing you. Bye.